Hi collective, welcome to my channel Crystal Shadow Work. Hi everyone. So this is going to be my 1111 gateway portal reading where I'm connecting with more energies and seeing what is going on. We're really the same energy, right? The gateway portal energy, but more cards, right? Getting more messages of enlightenment and guidance. So this reading can be timeless for whoever finds it. Know that. That's when Source wanted you to find this reading, but I am creating it on the 1111 Gateway Portal, which is very significant about your soul's evolution and growth. Sorry if you hear my little one in the background. She's being very noisy. She's playing with her new kitty. Alright, let's see here. I keep seeing this, the cross the bridge to happiness. I did a collective reading a few nights ago. Maybe it was last night, where across the bridge, no, it was a couple nights ago, cross the bridge to happiness was very powerful, and this was coming out. And it's very much, to me, a time of tests. Okay. Hold on. Let me get my door. Okay. So what this was talking about was that you're basically at this place, and you may have been here before, okay, where this bridge has appeared for you to be able to cross over, be able to go to a higher vibrational paradigm, okay? Basically meaning that a lesson has been learned here. And your angels and masters, spirit guides have been looking out for you and kind of guiding you to see this, right? But this is where they need to kind of let go a little bit and let you choose your path because of free will. You can only be guided so far. So you're basically guided right to this bridge, and all you have to do is choose to go forward. By basically, I'm getting that they've been protecting you of situations and people and bringing enlightenment and guidance your way. But you just have to choose to make the right decision, to not repeat cycles and not fight what's being changed for you. You should very much know the path that you're needing to go down or go towards, right? I don't feel that this is something that you're going to miss. This is very beautiful. This is about your soul's evolution, this time of growth, right? You got, see, look, a difficult path is being revealed. You might not have known how to attain this before. You might not have been able to see this, this bridge available to you, because when it comes, it's something that is going to disappear in a matter of time if you don't choose it, right? It's one of these, like, you're guided here because you've opened something up, because you've learned some sort of lesson, right? But if you don't choose to move past the lesson, not making a choice is a choice in itself, right? It's a decision. So it's like, if you don't make this choice to move forward to your happiness by letting go of something, you're allowing it to come back again. And for it to come back again, this bridge, this doorway is not going to be available for you. It's like you're going to have to wait for it to come back around again. And it kind of feels as though this has already happened to you. Maybe you were so close at making the right decision, and then something kind of deterred you, took you away from your path, right? So your angels are definitely by your side. Look, it says a light-filled angel is at your side. It watches over you at every dark doorway. So your angels and your spirit guides, your ancestors are very much with you. They're protecting you from these energies and these things that are trying to take you off course, but you have to choose to go through that doorway. You know, they got to kind of stop at the door here. Regenerate the natural world. Let your inner hunter and huntress take a rest. You might have been in this energy of being kind of defensive, right? Being in this energy of very, like, battling boundaries, not letting people in, because you've really been in this masculine energy, right? Because look, they're showing me the time for romance has come. So maybe what's required of this, for you to cross this bridge of happiness, is you have to be using that feminine energy. You have to be using that compassion, that humility, that where you're, what I'm getting is, it's like you can be so defensive because of certain situations that may have happened, that you're not being distant towards the person that's trying to bring in romance and love to you, but you're actually blocking them off because you're staying so guarded, if that makes sense. It's like you're so used to being tough and guarded that you can miss this opportunity. And I put it right underneath the bridge, right, to happiness, because you have some sort of energy, whether it's someone you're already having a connection with that wants to open up to you and go to a higher level of commitment, or whether you have something coming in. But if you're staying too guarded because of past heartaches or hurts or whatever you may have been through, you can miss this. And maybe that is why this bridge, right? Because you will often have double energy, karmics and things like that come to try to trump these things that are meant to be, right? I wanted to tell you what's meant to be will always come about, but you still have to choose it, right? Because you still have free will. So they're showing me too, you are unique, be brave, a little crazy, but be yourself. That is very important. You definitely have to be yourself at this time. And then they have the courage card they were showing me, strong Leo energy, but this is about taking action, charge, and control. Awaken the warrior of light within you. So you can definitely be a warrior taking action, charge, and control, but I'm getting for somebody, you need to be open to love, so don't stay too close off, right? Let's get some more cards to go along with this reading. Live in the world as a dreamer. Create a future paradise. So they do want you to be in this beautiful dreamer energy where you're thinking about your heart's desires and what you want, right? It's definitely a very powerful manifestation day on 11/11. Follow your path of your soul. Do not allow anyone or anything to stop you. Very beautiful. And look at that red moon, which is reminding me of the blood moon that we just had. The lunar eclipse in Taurus for Scorpio season here in November. It's a very powerful eclipse. That eclipse has very much been eclipsing something out that was not meant for you. Okay, to bring in something that is, because it's about soul evolution and growth. And that's very much what I was getting, is that this eclipse is very much eclipsing something out, and then this 11/11 gateway portal is bringing an opportunity for something to come in down your soul's evolution's path and growth, if you so choose. Because you have free will, you have to choose it, okay? And not fight what's being taken away from you, or release the energy, let it go. They're showing me lost in the ruins of the past, right? Which means that you are looking back at the past too much instead of focusing on what is in front of you. And that could be how you can miss this path as well. Because if you're focusing on the past too much, not on the present moment, then you're not creating your future reality off of the present moment. You're manifesting it off the past, which could in fact repeat situations and cycles, which could make this rainbow bridge go away for you too. So you need to release anything of the past, let it go. Start to accept that things happened in the past as part of lessons, as part of steps, or some things even you don't even know why. We were getting out in the eclipse readings, the surrender to the void. I was getting in every oracle. I was getting that surrender to the void. Nothing's going to come out of the situation. Release it. Because sometimes, in fact, you don't even get the closure to a situation at that time, because it's like a test in itself. It wants you to release and let it go with that uncertainty of not knowing, of trusting and having faith in the divine, that you're co-creating the best version of yourself when you work with the divine, right? So you need to find a way to be in the present moment, right? And let the past go. And they were showing me rise above these dark days of life. Do not fight them, but have faith that the light will always return. It's one of these things, like what's meant to be will very much come about. But sometimes you have to go down your separate paths to learn lessons, right? It's just like this is a very big portal and energetic gateway for twins coming together. It's duality, right? Twins that 11/11. And a lot of them are, but for some, you need to have a short separation. I mean, everybody's situation can be different, but most twins do have to separate if they need to do a little bit more healing, because sometimes they trigger each other when they come together, and then they need to go heal and then come back together, things like that. So there's many different things. I don't want to chance to do a twin one because I'm going to be doing a separate twin flame reading. But what I'm getting is, look, they're showing to tear down the walls around your heart. See, somebody very much is creating a lot of walls around their heart and not letting true love come in. So you could very much be turning down your divine counterpart, or, like I said, you could very much be with them already, but you still have these wounds. And a lot of these wounds are inner childhood wounds, too, if you're holding on to fear. If you weren't letting somebody in because you had some sort of deep trauma bonds to insecurities of like not feeling loved enough, because she is really, holding on to this bunny, right? And really loving this bunny. And often we hold on to, we find things to put our love into, pets, our children, things that sometimes we go down material paths, and we fall in love with finding love through material items and things like that, and you don't even realize sometimes that in fact you're doing that, getting caught up in the material world. Now that's not going to be for everybody. I'm getting a couple different things. But what I'm getting very much is this is a very big eclipse too, that's been closing out a lot of childhood trauma, bonds, and wounds. Some of the other readings, and you can feel guided to take a look at whatever readings you feel guided to, as I've been talking about that in another reading about letting go of childhood woundings, and very much it was due to insecurities. A lot of deep truths and secrets are coming out too. Some of you in the collective here have had dark secrets within your family that we've went into these challenging situations to clear out some karmic generational curses, and some of the families that in fact you've went into, you're finding out dark secrets and things like that within the families that have been hidden from you. Some of you are finding out that like you might really be adopted and it's not your true birth parents, so that can give you some clarity and understanding on why you might have felt not loved enough or felt a certain way, because sometimes people adopt and take in children that they didn't intend to do that by helping out other family members, or I'm getting something for somebody like it's within the family still. It's still your family, but it's just not your original like birth parents. You know what I mean? So it's like the love is still there, but sometimes it's just hard when you know that it's like you're doing the right thing, but it's still hard to show the same type of love because in fact that the mother or the father maybe really wanted to or something. I don't know. That's a very specific for somebody. But what I'm getting is this is about spiritual truths and a lot about cycles closing out, like an 11-year cycle for some of you. This is, I'm getting very, very powerful too, but it could go off the 11, 11, 11. But now we're in the 11, 11, 22 here. Getting a lot of different things. But the important thing is that you need to know that you need to let go of the past. Don't let that define you. You live in your present moment right now. You have the power to heal yourself. Embrace that inner child. Go after these passions, these hobbies, these desires that you've always had. We forget to do that as we grow up. Those same passions and hobbies that we had as a child, we still have now. It's just when we get focused on the materialistic world and we get focused on our career path, our journeys, and raising our families, that we forget to, I'm hearing, let our hair down and have fun for somebody. And so that whatever it may be for you, that childlike innocence, whether it's just playing with your children and doing things that you love. Something I learned that I love is I love to play with my kids and go find things that I love to do, and toys that I love to cherish because they do, because I know that they're a part of me. And I've very few things that I've loved to do or love to collect that my children don't. And it's just very cool to carry that on, and especially how epic things are now. They're so much more cooler, right? So it's definitely fun, and it's connecting. But for some of you that don't have children and things like that, just find some things, whatever your heart's desire, whatever is passionate about you, that's automatically going to raise your vibrational frequency, okay? But yeah, you need to tear down your walls and not stay so guarded. And a lot of times we do that and we don't even realize it, right? Like I didn't realize the deep childhood wound that I had is I didn't know how to show love because I was very isolated as a kid, and I wasn't shown love because both of my parents were broken and didn't know how to show love. So they did it through buying me things, and I knew I felt love through money. But that's all I associated it to was money. So I didn't know how to hug and like go openly show affection, right? So I went through a lot of challenging relationships and sabotage and just a lot of stuff because my partners felt as though I wasn't being faithful. They felt as though I wasn't, truly attracted to them. They felt that I didn't really care about all sorts of stuff just because I didn't know how to go show love. And I tried to do it through, material things and, doing things for people, and but it was just one of those, like, some people have different love languages and things like that, so you need to be mindful of how you show. People show love in different ways a lot of times, especially people that have trauma bonds, people that don't have communication barriers and problems. And that's why this is so significant too, because this specific eclipse was in the sign of Taurus, and Taurus rules the throat and the throat chakra. So there's been a lot of DNA activations and upgrades that have been happening within the throat chakra. So a lot of these things have been healing these wounds where a lot of people, and not just collective, like on the collective, like twin flames, is it's very big for them, but like everybody that's been like holding back or having these wounds of not being able to speak up because of this intense Scorpio energy and Taurus energy with this eclipse, it's made people finally get intense with their emotions and feelings in a form of expression. So it's been really allowing people to finally say those things that they've always wanted to say. It's like if somebody's always been taking advantage of you or belittling you or putting you down, like you're finally like, you know what? No, you're not going to tell me how to be anymore. You're not going to do this. You're not, and it's really been about reclaiming your power back and not giving your power away, and that freedom, and then that strong energy of Taurus. You're wanting to be grounded, you're wanting to create security and stability, you're wanting connections that are in alignment with your true heart calling. That a lot of you, if you've had feelings and emotions within that you've never expressed, you're ready to express those feelings. And the second part of it is now that you're able to release and express those things, is also to open your heart and allow it to come in. So this has been a deep eclipse of expressing yourself and letting love in. So there's so much of traumas and things that are closing out, and a lot of people are feeling very called to take the relationships to higher level of commitments, to finally expressing their love to people that they've been holding back from, that they've never told, or maybe talking about some challenging things from childhood, feeling those emotions, releasing them, but knowing that this is the time, right? And that is setting so many people free, and a lot of it has to do with DNA activations and these energetic codes and these portals and gateways that are coming within too. All right, so definitely there's a lot. Look, the time of guilt and shame ends now. See, a lot of you, you're shameful or you're hurtful or you feel embarrassed about situations that have happened, but you're finally allowing you to being able to forgive yourself. You're being able to love yourself. This is the strong power, too, of pouring that love into yourself and doing things. A lot of you at this time could be feeling very called to change things up. Maybe you're deciding to love yourself more, buying yourself a new wardrobe, or doing your hair or your makeup, or doing something different. A lot of you are really imposing that self-love, and it's changing your vibration, and it's allowing you to attract things of higher vibration. So you're definitely calling in higher vibrational friends, soulmates, soul family, for some of you, and releasing these karmic patterns and cycles. And some of you, it's like you've had karmic family members that have been putting you down and making you feel this way, and you haven't ever been able to let them go, so they've been impacting your entire life. And you know what? This is the eclipse where it's like God, source divine's like, that's enough. The vibration of this world is raising so much, and this eclipse is coming in to eclipse things out. Eclipses come in to move something that you have not been taking care of, that is affecting your soul's evolution and your soul's growth. So for those of you that are pursuing your life's desires, because this isn't going to be for everybody where they got to lose something, right? It could be something simply like if you're living your soul's life path and you're pursuing your passions and your dreams, then you're just getting a level up. You're getting new opportunities. You're going from one place to another. You're getting, abundance, luck, all of that. And it's kind of like a reward for being spiritual, for being aware of this 5D Christ consciousness shift. It's very beautiful and exciting. I mean, really it is for everybody, because it's a leveling up for everybody. But the people that are going to feel it more dramatically are the ones that are not opened up spiritually, are the ones that are not pursuing their life's dreams and passions, and are stuck in some sort of cycle or have some sort of toxicity around them that is blocking them. Because for that to be eclipsed out, if you don't have any idea where you're supposed to be going, it's going to be like, oh no. Like for some of you, it's like you could be losing a job, home, car. It could be all of those things, but it's because you're meant to go down a different path and have something more in alignment with those things. But it can be a little bit to have all of a sudden them disappear. And guys, I'm right there. I'm having to lose my home. I'm having to get a new home. I'm having to dissolve my lease and where I'm living because I needed to let go of certain family members. I'm needing to get a new car because we were sharing finances and things like that. But I'm very excited because I know that I've been stuck on the same cycle and looping pattern for a while, and I wasn't realizing in fact that it even was one for me. I didn't even realize that I always thought you had to keep trying with your family, even though mine were very karmic and toxic and things like that. It was just, I felt just so obligated, and I didn't know how to get out of a situation, but I gave all my faith and trust into the divine source, God, the creator, that I just needed help. And I'm like, I don't know how to do this. I just need help. I need peace. I need happiness. There's so much that I need, and I gave it to God. And you know what? I just had a huge leveling up. I was released from this. I was set free of a very traumatic, troubling, karmic cycle that I've had since childhood, and I didn't see a way out, and God took care of that, and I'm super excited. And even though I'm in the transition, I know that God's source divine's got me, and this is the manifestation time, and it's very beautiful. So you learn to embrace these things, and I never would have, if I would have fought it, if I wouldn't have allowed it, it could have got me stuck on more cycles, right? And it could have made me feel in ruins. You need to know when things are eclipsed out and taken away from you, they are in fact happening because something better is meant to come in. These are cosmic like steps and alignments that are happening at this time. This is source divine working with you to level you up, to bring you to the highest version of yourself, to really get you away from this darkness, these things that have been holding you back. Everybody really is meant to have these amazing lives. If you're here at this time, you are very special. Everybody here is to be here at this time. This is such a beautiful time. It really is, because we are shifting this world to this 5D Christ consciousness. We are restoring peace, love, and humanity. And we really are. And it may not look that way if you're focusing on the ruins, if you're watching the news and the media and all of that. No, you need to get away from that. You need to focus on love and light and be grateful and thankful for everything that you have, and open your eyes, and you're going to start to manifest more things to be grateful and thankful for, more things to love, more things are going to surround you as your vibration elevates. And that's what's happening, is all of this 5D energy. As you shift, you are attracting to like-minded souls and individuals that are on the same vibrational frequency. So some people are not meant to go with you where you're going. And even though you have, your family, and we've always been structured with, this is my blood family, this is who I stay with, this is it's more than, it's not about that. You need to be able to release and let people go and let them do their soul's evolution and growth on their own pace. And you have a soul family, soul tribe, soul, just so many of us, we are all interconnected. We are all one, really, and it's so beautiful. And and everybody knows that family blood is that does not make a family, right? It does, but that's not the only type of family, right? So anyways, a lot of you are being set free, unfortunately, from like toxic family members or friends or people that you never would have let go of, or maybe a job you feel obligated to it because everybody loves you and maybe only you can do what's going on at this business, but it's not in alignment with your soul's growth. It's not part of your blueprint of your life. So some of you, you're being set free from that. So the things that are being eclipsed out are happening because something is very much coming in, but you need to give it time, all right? Because like I said, it gets eclipsed out, but then there's a little bit of patience, right? Because that's how Source likes to do things, because you're the co-creator. So work in the moment with things, go with the flow. And like I said, this is a timeless reading too. So even if you're not catching this on the eclipse, that's just letting you know that this is going on for you now. You're going through a major change of leveling up, because we have these different times throughout our lives where we go through major changes, right? A lot of times around our birthdays, it's like a reset, right? The new year, new opportunities and things like that come around towards you around the year, you know, close around your birthday and things like that. Then there's cycles of 7 or 10, depending on the numerology. You could do the numerology on your name. You guys, if you have not checked out numerology and done it, a decoding of your name with the Pythagorean alphabet, definitely should, because you can find dramatic changes within your life, within the life cycles and series of how things go. And it's very personalized to you, and you can do like a quick free one online, but they can go in depth with amazing numerologists. But I won't get too much into that. So I'm already almost 30 minutes in just with this. Was the Soul Helper Oracle that I felt very guided to. A lot of these big changes started with Leo season, right? 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Now we got 11, 11. So anyway, I felt guided to this around Leo season, and it stood out to me, this red energy, this is activating the root chakra. Then I felt guided to getting the Wisdom Oracle, which I've only had for like a week, I think, and I fell in love with this deck. And I've always known like a lot of amazing readers use it. And the dragons too. I just picked the deck up and missed this card. The love of your dragon reaches out to you. The dragon realm is very strong at this time. So is the unicorns, the fairies, the elementals. All realms are coming together and helping at this time with the shift in humanity, with the 5D ascension. They're helping with the angels. They're all coming together. A lot of you, all right, being guided to this could have dragon spirit symbolism, right? You could have spirit guides as dragons that are protecting you, that are blocking things out from you, giving you that courage and that strength to take action, charge, and control, right? And I felt very guided to the dragons even coming out, and I recently got a dragon oracle too, and around the same time. And so they're calling me to go do a reading with that. But yes, I did invite all elementals too to come into this reading upon starting it. So, again, they may show me this one tonight, too. The Tree of Wishes is calling your name. An almost forgotten wish will now come true. Yes, this is where you need to be a dreamer, right? You need to think about all of those things. Don't put the restrictions on them. Just tell the divine source, your creator, what you desire. Think about what you wanted when you were a child and just be in that childlike innocence. Set yourself free from whatever you went through as they were lessons, right? You know, or maybe you were clearing out karma for your family, or maybe you were putting yourself in karmic debt, because when you do surround yourself with people that are toxic and they have karmic debt, you can very much incur their debt. And unfortunately, too, we've been finding out that there's been a lot of spell work going on, and there's spells where people have tried to switch their karma with people's and to kind of took in their good karma, and that's all getting balanced out. Source knows everything that's going on. So for a lot of you, that could be happening at this time. You could very much be getting things restored to you, things that were stolen from you. Some of you have like your inheritance is stolen, like your spiritual inheritance. A lot of you have these very beautiful gifts and abilities that you didn't even know that you had. So by tapping into this childlike innocence too, you could very much find some deep-rooted skills and abilities that could really set you up, right, for your life and dramatically change the course of your life, but be so rewarding because it's in fact putting you in alignment with your divine life path and purpose. And this is so beautiful. So yeah, angels are definitely, yeah, I could go all night on this deck. It's so beautiful, but definitely a major time for changes here. Butterflies representing a big transformation. They're showing me again, awaken all your senses, slow down and be aware of them. Pay attention to all of your senses, you know, what you're seeing, what you're feeling, what you're thinking, right? Be aware of how you feel around certain people. Do you feel depleted? Do you feel drained? Do you feel sad? Or do you feel energetic? Do you feel happy, right? Cross the bridge of happiness. Came out again, so very beautiful. All right, guys, I'm going to leave this reading here. I'm sending love and light to all of you. Definitely, if you were guided to me or guided to me for a reason, know that. So definitely subscribe. If you guys have recently subscribed and you're one of my new subscribers, thank you guys so much for helping my channel grow. And I love all of your comments and any support that you guys show me. All right, love and light to all of you. Bye.